Good morning. Dwayne here, Dry Creek Wrangler School. Going to make another video this morning before Mom and I pull out bright and early tomorrow, headed to Vegas. We're going to be at the Cowboy Christmas, as we've told you guys. And I checked the dates last night, again, to make sure. Several of you have been asking, and we will be there the 8th, 9th, and 10th at the Rand's Hatters. My hat guy will be at their booth. And so if you're in town, you come by, we'd love to see you. The other thing is the school for next year is fully booked. We do have a cancellation list. So if you want to get on the cancellation list, you can call and leave a message, leave your name and number. And then if you have a particular date that you hope to get on, you can leave that and Mama will take care of that. Early in 2016, I've talked about it before, I went back into law enforcement for a short while in remote bush, Alaska. And I had to go back to the police academy because all of my certifications from before had expired. It'd been, I don't know, 20 years or something. And the Alaska Academy, the Alaska State Trooper Academy, is extremely paramilitary, like a lot of academies are these days. The instructors, were all, there were ex-drill instructors from the Marines, and there were Navy SEALs, and it was extremely paramilitary. And I was 48 years old. The next closest aged cadet to me was 38. So I was 10 years older than the next oldest cadet. I was older than all the instructors. I think I was older than the commandant. The only person I think there that was older than me was one of the cooks in the kitchen. But we went, and so at the academy, there's 4 guys to a room. There was myself and 3 other guys, and they were way younger than I was, way younger. So the first week in the academy it's Hell Week. And that's when they come in, and right off the bat, it's just like in the military, they try to weed out the weak ones, and so they don't have to deal with them through the whole deal. And so they're really, really tough. The stress level is through the roof, and the schedule's tough. And these 3 guys in the room, they called me Papa. I was that much older than them. And so they, but it was rough. We had to be up at, you had to be up in time to have to use the John and to shave. You had to shave every morning and to shower and be out on the parade ground, dressed in whatever the attire was for the day, by 5 a.m. And so we had to get up no later than 4:30 if you were really, really fast. Well, I mean, there was one night, it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. One of my roommates was in the laundry room trying to iron his uniform shirt. And there was inspections. They would inspect the room. We all had sections of the academy to clean, whether it be the bathrooms and laundry room, or whether it be the the public room out front, or the grounds, or whatever. So we had to do that. We had to keep our room. There was inspection for that. We had classes. We had PT. And then the uniforms, like I said, had to be ironed. And they were hitting us really hard that first week. And the guys were dying. I mean, they were just, it wasn't getting done. And so finally, that one morning, about 1 o'clock in the morning, my roommate was in there ironing his shirt, trying to get it ready for the next day. And so I called him in, and I set him down. I said, guys, you're looking at this all wrong. Now, you think that the test is, can you get everything done that they have assigned to you? That's not the test, because you can't get it done. It is designed for you to fail, for us to fail. I mean, we had one of our instructors, his last name, I think it was Miller. He was a chump. I'm just going to tell you right now, he was a chump. He would collect dryer lint from the dryer and keep it in his pocket. And if things were too clean, you could see him scoop that out of his pocket and find dirt you're designed to fail. I mean, you'd watch him come in. And one day, that day, we had inspection, and we had divided up in the room who was to clean what. And one of the guys he was supposed to clean this section. And we saw the instructor. I mean, a couple of us did. He pulled lint and dust out of his pocket and went up and found the dirt. But it was just part of the test. I mean, they weren't being malicious. It was the deal, okay? And this guy was just, of course, we all dropped and did push-ups. We all had to do push-ups. And he felt so terrible. I mean, he felt so absolutely terrible because he felt like he had let everybody down and they had to do push-ups because he hadn't sufficiently done his job. But he said, I was so sure I'd clean it. Well, I saw him clean it. So I sat on down and I said, guys, this is not designed to see if you can clean your room and clean the laundry room and do your homework and iron your shirt. All right? This is designed to fail. The test is not, can you pass the test? The test is, when you fail the test, what are you going to do? The test is, are we going to start blaming each other because we had to do push-ups when it looks like somebody didn't do their part? The test is, can we put things in priority and put things in priority in such a way that we can function? I said, I had done this, I don't know, over 20 years before. I'd been there before. I said, listen, you're going to a village where you're completely by yourself. You're going to be the fire chief. You're going to be the search and rescue. You're going to be the truant officer. You're going to be animal control. You're going to be a law enforcement officer. You're going to be everything. And you got to do all the reports. And I mean, I had made an arrest, a domestic assault arrest on my first posting. And by the time, I mean, it was the dude, he smacked his wife, all right? He smacked his wife. And so, of course, I arrested him. But her mom was sitting there and somebody else was sitting there. So, I had to interview everybody that was there. It was a 17-page report, okay? Now, imagine the kind of police report you've got to set and write. I said, you got to do all this. And you're not going to get everything done. And you're going to get overwhelmed. How are you going to handle it? That's what this test is. And so, I looked at the one guy. I don't remember his name. I'm terrible with names. He was a good kid. I said, you cannot be ironing your shirt at 1 o'clock in the morning and then getting up at 4:30 and going through all this again. You can't do that. Not for an extended period of time. And so they said, what do we do? I said, at 10 o'clock, 10:30, we go to bed. That's what we do. We get up in the morning, and if your shirt's not ironed, we do push-ups. 25 push-ups, big deal. We got a good night's sleep, and we go to class fresh, and we stay together, and we prioritize. Your health is priority over that wrinkle in the sleeve of your dress shirt. It's priority, okay? So we maintain a good attitude, and we prioritize, and we pass the test. And having to do 25 push-ups is not failing the test. Not getting upset at a fellow roommate and blaming him because of the shenanigans of the instructors because we have to do 25 push-ups, that is the test. And they're like, man, I didn't see that. That makes sense. And so we did, and we got through fine. There are times in life when you're going through a hard time and you think you're going through a test. That's not the test. The test is, how do you go through the hard time? And if it's a test that you are designed to fail, how do you handle that failure? Okay? A lot of times the test is not the test. What do you do when you fail the test? That is the test. Do you prioritize? Do you figure out what's important? Do you take your knocks without crying about it, without blaming other people? All right. Do you do your dang push-ups and go on? Do you figure out what is priority and what is not? What is important and what is not? Do you let this situation mature you? Do you let yourself grow and learn in this situation? Some situations out there, you're not going to win. I'm sorry, but you're not. There are situations in life that you're not going to win. But that's not the test. The test is, what do you do about it in the end when you didn't win? Did you actually figure out what the real test is, what is really important? And let me tell you, that wrinkle running down the sleeve or running down the front of your dress shirt, that's not the test. Whether you have to drop and give 20 or 50 push-ups, that wasn't the test. Whether there was dryer lint on top of your wardrobe or on top of the fire sprinkler pipes running through the middle of your room or not, that wasn't the test. Whether your friend or your buddy or your partner or your roommate actually did or did not step up and do their part, that's not the test. Okay? Now, some of you, you might need to just mull on that, chew on that, and think about that for a while. But it should be a little bit encouraging for you to know that this thing that you think and you look at and you say, there's absolutely no way that I can come out on this. You're not supposed to. All right? You're not supposed to. Failure at that is actually going to do more to help you grow than if you would succeed at that particular thing. All right? You think about it. You meditate on it. You chew on it. You take heart. All right? How are you going to face it? How are you going to do it? And what is it really, really all about? All right? Just a little short video. I want to encourage you guys this morning. And I hope you do well. Hope you got a good season coming up. And we just want to wish you guys a good, safe holiday season. Just be logical. Be reasonable. Be safe. And have fun. And we'll catch you guys next time.